Hey, this is part 2. Okay, so I was talking about being up at the doctor, and they were going through all of my past history, asking about family history of heart disease, diabetes, anything like that. They asked about any past surgeries. Again, I listed all my medications. Make sure you let them know about all of your medications, because you never know what is something that you won't be able to tolerate after your surgery. So we went through that, and then they did the EKG. And then another doctor came in, went over the results of the EKG and the blood work. They gave me this thing. I don't even know what this thing's called. It's this little breathe thing. You see it? And what I have to do is, between now and the surgery, I have to practice with this thing. So, I don't know if you can see. There's numbers here. And then there's this little blue thing. And so what I have to do is I have to exhale and then suck on this tube to inhale, and it's going to come up here. And so before surgery, I need to do this to practice. As I'm sucking it in, I have to control the level that I'm sucking by keeping this little blue thing here. I'll demonstrate it here in a second. And the highest, I think the highest I got was like 3,000. So I'll show you. It goes like this. Ready? Okay, that kind of sucked. But you inhale, it goes up through here. And right now I have to do it to kind of exercise my lungs, to see what my normal is. At one point I was getting up to 3,000. Just now I did not too well. And I practice with this thing to practice inhaling and expanding my lungs fully and making sure that they have a proper function. And then the day, once I have the surgery, I have to do this. And I think she said I need to do it 10 times every hour. And doing that, increasing and exercising that, and increasing the expansion and of my lungs will help prevent pneumonia. So this is very important. Whatever this little ditty is called, I can't remember. So I'm gonna have to bring that with me the day of the surgery. They also talked about not bringing any valuables, just bringing your insurance card, license, and that little ditty there. However, I will be bringing my phone because I do want to do some vlogging while I'm there, so we'll see how that works. So after that, I left that section, and then I had my final appointment with the surgeon that afternoon. So I went over and met with the surgeon. And she came in. I'm just keeping it real here. So, my last appointment with her a couple months ago, first time I met her, she said that she wanted me I was at 433. And she said she wanted me to lose about 15 pounds before surgery. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Now, see, since then, and yesterday, my focus had been a little different. I had this state, I don't know if anybody else has had this, but I had this state of panic. Oh my goodness, I'm never going to eat again. I need to eat everything in life. Everything in the world, pretty much. And, so, I mean, it has been insane. All these recipes I'm trying now, and all these different casseroles and desserts, and eating here, eating there. Oh, I haven't had that before. Let's go try that. Let's go try this. And, so, where she had said for me to lose about 15 pounds. See, when I got there and they put me on the scale, I believe I had gotten confused about what she was talking about with that, because instead of losing 15 pounds, I had gained 17 pounds. So instead of being at 433, I am now at 450, which is actually my ultimate highest. And so she came in and she was not very happy with that. She said that she was like, you've gained 17 pounds. At this point, it makes me wonder if I should cancel the surgery. Huh? And I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, I have this, I can't be the only one that does this. And I told her, I was like, I was panicking, and I felt like these were all these foods that I wasn't going to be able to have again. And it was nothing that I was like, oh, let me gain all this weight before surgery. So she called it a food tour. And she said the food tour needs to end. And she said the difference between what I've done in the past and now. She said the difference is now, after she was like, this is not going to be diet hell. She said, after the surgery, these are foods that I'm not going to want. And that's something that I'm having a really hard time wrapping my head around. She was like, these are all these foods that you're trying to have now. These are foods that you're not going to want. It's not going to be like, oh, all these foods are foods that you want and you can't have them. She's like, these are foods that you used to eat that you don't want to eat anymore. And she was like, you'll be looking at these foods and be like, well, what did I ever see in this? What did I ever see in that? And, for those of us with food addictions, that's a very hard thing to understand. But I have to just trust the process with that. So, we talked about it, and she said that she does want me to lose 10 pounds before surgery at this point. The reasoning behind that is when you lose that weight, the first place that weight comes from is your liver. And with your liver is where they're going to be working. They're working right underneath the liver. So if it's really big and fluffy and fatty, it's very hard to work underneath. And so losing that weight right beforehand will help shrink it and make it a little easier to work underneath. So, and she was like, this shouldn't be a problem at all. I'm pretty much taking it easy on you. And she said, with diets in the past, how much have you lost in that first week of dieting? And I said, well, the last time I was real serious, I lost 14 pounds in that first week. And she was like, yeah, so 10 pounds shouldn't be a problem. So that's my focus, is getting the 10 pounds off. It was pretty eye-opening. I didn't realize how much I had gained. I knew I had gained because getting around has been a lot more difficult. So, that 10 pounds will help. So after that, she went through any other questions, went through the consent form I had to fill out. And then I've got my paperwork for work, the FMLA paperwork, filled out, and they're going to fax that in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we've got just the countdown until the day of surgery, and have between now and then to lose the 10 pounds, get everything else together. Yeah, so pretty excited. Everybody was very, very nice and very, very helpful, very, very impressed with this program. I'm having my surgery done at Mount Carmel West here in Columbus, Ohio. So, very excited. They said that the surgery will take about an hour, and I'll be in recovery for about an hour. And then with the gastric sleeve, I'm expected to stay in the hospital about 2 or 3 days after that. So, coming down to the wire. Just wanted to give you guys an update on what, how my final admission testing and everything went today. Feel free to comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's any questions that you guys have. I'm going to be doing another video about my weight loss process and rewards and everything, so that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching. Bye.